Hello, Class 2 and friends. I wanted to read you one of my favorite books, and I wanted to read it to you so you could see my face. Yes, I realize my computer unfortunately shows you the words backwards, but the pictures will work no matter what. This is a great story for you to listen to you with older brothers and sisters. This is one of my favorite books, and it has one of my favorite messages about school. And I wanted to let everyone know, I know it's scary not being in school right now. You might be worried that you're not going to be ready for the next school year. But I am here to tell you that all of your teachers taught you to think. And as long as you know how to use the brain in your head and think, you are going to be okay and you will catch up and we are going to have a good rest of the school year. And you will do fine for my little ones going to kindergarten and for your big brothers and sisters who are going to bigger grades. You are going to be okay. Let's see. The name of this book is Hooray for Diffendoofer Day by Dr. Seuss. I've always lived in Dinkerville. My friends all live here too. We go to Diffendoofer school. We're happy that we do. Our school is at the corner of Dinkerzuber and Dinkerzot. It looks like any other school, but we suspect it's not. I think we're learning lots of things not taught at other schools. Our teachers are remarkable. They make up their own rules. Miss Bobble teaches listening, Miss Wobble teaches smelling, Miss Fribble teaches laughing, and Miss Quibble teaches yelling. Miss Twinkle teaches tying knots in neckerchiefs and noodles, and how to tell chrysanthemums from miniature poodles. Miss Ving teaches all the ways a pigeon can be peppered, and how to put a saddle on a lizard or a leopard. My teacher is Miss Bonkers. She's as bouncy as a flea. I'm not certain what she teaches, but I'm glad she teaches me. Look, look, she chirps, I'll show you how to tell a cactus from a cow, and then I shall instruct you why a hippo cannot hope to fly. She even teaches frogs to dance and pigs to put on underpants. One day she taught a duck to sing. Miss Bonkers teaches everything. Of all the teachers in our school, I like Miss Bonkers best. Our teachers are all different, but she's differenter than the rest. We also have a principal. His name is Mr. Lowe. He is the very saddest man that any of us know. He mumbles, "Are they learning this and that and such and such?" His face is wrinkled as a prune from worrying so much. He breaks a lot of pencil points from pushing down too hard, and many dogs start barking when he mopes around the yard. We think he wears false eyebrows. In fact, we're sure it's so. We've heard he takes them off at night. I guess we'll never know. But we know he likes Miss Bonkers. He treats her like a queen. He's always there to watch her when she's on her trampoline. There are many other people who make Diffendoofer run. They are utterly amazing. I love every single one. My nurse, Miss Collett, knows what to do if you have the sniffles or the flu. One day I had a splinter, so she bandaged me from head to toe. Mr. Plunger, the custodian, has fashioned a machine, a super flooper do. It keeps the whole school clean. Our music teacher, Mrs. Fox, makes bagpipes out of straws and socks. Our art instructor, Mr. Breeze, paints pictures hanging by his knees. In science class with Mrs. Katz, we learned to build robotic rats. In gym we watch as Mr. Bear hoists elephants into the air. Mrs. Loom is our librarian. She hides behind herself and often cries out louder when we're reading to ourselves. We have 3 cooks all named McMunch, who merrily prepare our lunch. They make us hot dogs, beans, and fries, plus things we do not recognize. As they cook, they sing their song, not too short and not too long. Roast and toast and slice and dice, cooking lunch is oh so nice. We are eating their concoctions, telling jokes and making noise, when Mr. Lowe appeared and howled, "Attention, girls and boys!" He began to fuss and fidget, stretch and mutter, sneeze, achoo, and cough. He shook his head so hard, we thought his eyebrows would come off. He wrung his hands, he cleared his throat. He shed a single tear, then sobbed, "I have an announcement, and that is why I'm here. All the schools for miles and miles around must take a special test to see who's learning such and such, to see which school's the best. If our small school does not do well, then it will be torn down, and you will have to go to school in dreary Flobber Town." Let's see what happens. "Not Flobbertown," we shouted, and we shouted at the name. For everyone in Flobbertown does everything the same. It's miserable in Flobbertown. They dressed in just one style. They sing one song, they never dance, and they march in single file. They do not have a playground, and they do not have a park. Their lunches have no taste at all, and their dogs are scared to bark. Uh-oh. Miss Bonker rose. "Don't fret," she said. "You've learned the things you need to pass the test and more. I'm certain you'll succeed. We have taught you that the earth is round, that red and white make pink, and we've taught you something else that matters more. We taught you how to think." "I hope you're right," sighed Mr. Lowell. He had another tear. "The test is in 10 minutes, and you're taking it right here." We sat in shock and disbelief. "Oh no," we moaned, "oh no." We were even more unhappy than unhappy Mr. Lowell. But when the test was handed out, "Yahoo!" we yelled, "Yahoo!" For it was filled with all the things that we already knew. There were questions about noodles, about poodles, frogs, and yelling, about listening and laughing, and chrysanthemums and smelling. There were questions about other things we'd never seen or heard, and yet somehow we answered them, enjoying every word. One week later, after recess, Mr. Lowell meandered in. We never seen him smile before, but now he wore a grin. Then he giggled, and then his giggle grew by half, and then it really happened. Mr. Lowell began to laugh. "Ha ha 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 ha! You've saved our school, you've saved our school," he jubilee roared. "We've got the very highest score," and he wrote it on the board. Mrs. Bonkers did some cartwheels till her face turned cherry red. She bounced up to Mr. Lowell and kissed him on the head. "Hooray, hooray," she shouted. "I'm so proud I cannot speak." So she did another cartwheel and she pecked him on the cheek. "Amen, amen," croaked Mr. Lowe. "You all deserve a bow. And thus I declare a holiday that starts exactly now. Because you've done so splendidly in every sort of way, this day shall ever be known as Diffendoofer Day. And fortunate, I promise, I won't wear a frown, for I know you'll never go to dreary Flobber Town." had a celebration. There was pizza, milk, and cake. Like everyone, I ate too much and got a bellyache. We laughed and whooped and hollered the entire school day long, and we sang triumphantly the Diffendoofer song. We love you, Diffendoofer School, we definitely do. We surely is no other school that's anything like you. You're gribulous, you're grobulous, each day we love you more. You are the school we treasure and unceasingly adore. Oh, finest school in Dinkerville, the only one as well. We love you, Diffendoofer School, much more than we can tell. You are a Diffendooferless. It gives us joy to say, 3 cheers for Diffendoofer School. Hooray, hooray, hooray. All right, friends. I love you, I miss you, and use those brains. Keep those thinking muscles going.